got an old guitar, got a fine cigar. Slow down a bit, get a lit, and let the blues lay where they are. 'Cause the blues some days, they won't let go. They won't let go. But it's Saturday, we're at the shop today. Let's celebrate, light up an anime, raise a toast, watch the blues go up in smoke. Watch the blues go up in smoke.
Oh, what up, Pops?
What's up, kid?
It's Saturday.
It's a rainy Saturday at the shop. But
You're exactly right. You're exactly right.
But we have, look at Lee Osteen. Can I have your autograph?
Dang.
Oh, I got it. Never mind, I got it.
Dang, you going to a funeral?
Sometimes
Well,
that could.
You look killer with that thing on.
Yeah. Hey, will you come in and show everybody what you look like? This is Lee Osteen. He's a real estate agent to the stars. Mogul. Was nice enough. This Lee, day one member.
That's Lee's torso.
That's Lee's torso. Guy's beautiful.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah.
What are we going to talk about on today's show? I know it took us kind of a while to get to these headlines, but on today's show we have...
We're crafting the impossible. Gentlemen, start your engines. Cross your fingers. It's Masters Week. And speaking of craft, you don't know what that means.
Oh, I do know what that means.
All
we should talk about that.
We could do that too.
All right, Pops, run with it. Where are we going? What are we going first?
You did a press release yesterday.
I did.
It's pretty, I mean, I've been able to see some of the pieces. I came in 18 months late, but you did that by design, I know.
You came in when you needed to.
That's one way to put it. The other way what you're really saying is you can't keep your mouth shut, you give away all the secrets, and I'm not going to tell you.
That's right.
Okay, so as long as we're clear,
right.
By the way, I'm Pops, this is my kid.
I'm Brandon.
And we're at Frisco Industrial Cigars, Frisco, Texas.
You can tell by the logo on the screen.
You can tell by the logo on the screen. But you did a press release that was really kind of a result. We got a little sneak peek of some stuff that was happening earlier this week.
That's right, last week.
Wow.
So
it is.
I'll actually put an image up on screen of what this is for, and then we'll talk a little bit about it. This here is the Legacy Cigar, as well as Ironroot Republic. Their specific ICC Cellar Reserve. So, I just mentioned those two different things, but this is a project that has been working for 18 months on really the main ethos is it possible to craft the perfect pair?
Yeah.
And we don't know if it is.
But
when we're going to find out.
The best chances for that to work is stick two legitimate mad scientists in a room together. And getting a chance to, now there was obviously over 18 months, there was a lot of communication between the great folks at Ironroot, particularly Jonathan and Luciano.
That's right.
And they have been working to craft, I mean, when they started talking about pH levels and Luciano was talking about how he was getting pH strips that you use for a pool.
Right.
And he's constantly measuring this. And he had 100 milliliters of this.
The juice.
Of the juice.
Yeah, that's right.
But to work to create this, what the ultimate goal is to create a cigar that pairs perfectly. We had a chance to, you had a select few in here.
Yep.
It appears like it expanded a little bit because I know your plan was a few.
Yeah, I wanted to be
room was
10.
Full.
It was going to be 10 around a table.
It was 30.
And then Atabey was completely full.
Yeah, it was
so
30.
Yeah, and the thing is, when we did this last week, and then we went up to the distillery, we've been working on this for a long time. We could work on it forever.
Yeah.
But there's now a component and an element of time to this because Luciano blessed the whiskey and said, "This is perfect."
He said it was the best whiskey he's ever had in his life.
Well, and I'm not gonna disagree with him, but he went and said, "Okay, this is good, but here's the reality. We're gonna release this thing on June 13th because we have to be done because we can't just do this."
Yeah, it'll
right?
perfection. Just
And we're gonna be honest about where we're at. Where we're at is really solid, but.
well, there was two. Tell them about there were two cigars, number 1 and number 2.
And they both did something a little bit different. Both utilized a specific type of tobacco that has never been used in premium cigars before.
Right.
But Luciano, now here's where like the challenge is. We're going to launch this on June 13th. So that means the cigar needs 2 months, which reverse engineer that comes down to about 3 weeks. And there's a trade show that he's going to be at. He has one session. He has one session to do this. And then like ship it and hopefully it all marries together well. So when we land here on June 13th.
This has a real
time.
like Apollo 11 feel to it. Like if we don't hit the boosters right now, we're going to end up on Mars next Thursday. This has that feel to it.
This is exactly the feel and this is exactly the situation. And again, if I was on the outside looking in, I go, no, just kind of slow it down. Just slow it down and wait until you're 100% perfect. And the reality is, in their minds, there may not be a perfect because each one of them are always saying, "I could be better. It could be better. It could be better." So it could be better all the way to the moon.
That was my huge takeaway from just. We had this cool experience at the distillery where it was kind of chilly last Saturday. And they fired up this fire pit sitting outside, and Luciano and Jonathan just sat across from each other and just talked.
Yes.
And you could tell both of them could go forever. No, you know what? I think if I just put one more kernel of corn in there, they're at that fine tuning of perfection element. The feedback on the two cigars was outstanding. The cigar's outstanding. In fact, the one I will. Go out on a limb and call it a Maduro Vision.
It really set in when you told me that. Like,
yeah.
Oh, that's what it is. It's
Vision
familiar.
is our best-selling cigar right now, and to have that in a Maduro, we might have to get both 1 and 2 rolling, depending on which one we go with.
That could be. Yeah, I snapped some shots.
The blends were identical with the exception of one leaf. And, man, if you don't think one leaf makes a difference, there was 2 different cigars, and everything about those cigars were identical except for one leaf.
Isn't that cool? Here's another cool image that we snapped last week. This is actually Jonathan pulling out of the ICC barrel that they. The cool thing about this, and we'll tell the story and get a little bit more nerdy as we go through.
Yeah.
But it is exciting because this is a 4-grain whiskey, and it's a triple cask, so It's actually using 3 different finishing barrels of Armagnac, some different French cognac barrels, Armagnac, and I think there's one other. But they actually finished it with 3 different barrels. So 4 grains coming in, really, really good, and then it's finished out in these 3 barrels, which is something that Ironroot is really they're kind of, I would say, pioneering the space for that. Like a triple cask
well, it's
finish.
clearly working. They have 3 best in the world whiskeys in the last 4 years.
So I'm extremely excited about that. We will, when we go up to the rally.
We could talk about the rally in
Right.
just a second. But what does June 13th feel like? What is going to be available?
Well, this is a very, very good question. June 13th, when we come in here, we're going to do, it's going to be an event.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have tents outside.
But if the question is, what is the availability of product? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, what is, somebody comes here on the 13th, what can they go home with?
Well, what they can go home with is, here's what's really cool when you work with the distillery. There are going to be a couple of different bottle options. For our members who have Bottle Concierge, we have 750s.
Okay.
For those who want to just grab and go every day, they're also custom bottling in 375s. So we can sell them out the front and they can leave.
Which is what we have to do for our TABC
For TABC,
license.
right?
Yeah.
375 milliliter. and that way it can leave. So I know the rules are funky, so we will have both of those available. And then on the cigar side, you can do singles, or I'm trying to get those like acrylic 5-packs for that.
Yeah,
as well.
I love that.
And as we get into the actual purchasing of this, both extremely limited, but we will start doing pre-sales on April 11th, so we can get an idea.
For members or for everybody?
Just for everybody.
Okay.
I just want to get a good understanding of what our numbers look like, just to make sure we have enough at the event, because we won't have. How do I say this? We are getting to the end of the rope, and we need to have a pretty basic idea of the TABC dam rules, how many bottles they need to have registered, all of this. So, sorry to talk a little bit too inside baseball.
Yeah,
here,
but no, I think it's, a lot of people came up here and they got a chance to do a kind of a secret testing. We had 2 guys that were their first time in, whiskey collectors, whiskey drinkers, and fans of Ironroot. And I brought them out the little NyQuil cup of the whiskey and said,
NyQuil cup?
The little cup of NyQuil, and I said, here, try this. And they sipped it. I told them this is going to be, this is the basics of what's happening. They took a sip. The one guy immediately said, if this is under $100, I'm buying them all. I go, well, there's 660 bottles. I won't take 660, but if this is under $100, this could be one of the best things I've ever had.
It will be under $100. Yep, it will be under 100. We're still trying to figure out exactly where it is, but it's going to be $85, $90 a bottle, something like that. We might be able to get it down a little bit lower, but we have to run through the process.
Yeah.
So,
and the cigar, we're gonna.
Moses, you are not restricted on the amount you can buy. We should have.
But here's the thing: on the cigar, we're Luciano can tell us this cigar should sell for $40, just like he did on the Vision, and we said, but we need to get it in more people's hands. So I'm not going to listen to that. We're going to price that cigar so that everybody will enjoy it.
Yeah. I think it's going to be
it's still not an infinite number.
It'll still be in the, I'm thinking, Vision wheelhouse.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll set that stuff up.
I would smoke that.
April 11th, the pre-sales will go live.
It does what it does. If you take an Atabey Ritos and then you put that darker wrapper on it to make it a black Ritos, to me that's what number 1 did to the Vision. It took that flavor profile and gave it just that little hint of smokiness to it.
Yep.
Oh man, it was good.
I'm with you. Very, very, very exciting stuff.
Does it have Peruvian in it?
This is a little inside baseball this morning. This probably is not the most entertaining show we've done, but I'm just in it right now.
I like it.
I'm in it.
By the way, if you're coming to us from a foreign country like Chicago, let us know. We'll say good morning to your native tongue. Chris Bennington's back from Belize.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good to have you back, Bubba. Should we talk about this thing right here?
Yeah.
Why don't you talk about it? Because I want to do something while you're talking about it.
Okay.
Which is with this.
All right.
And the number one way to know you're getting real Cubans.
Yes.
I can't believe
I don't think this is real Cuban.
Well, it's made by a real producer.
It's made by a real
producer. I don't know if we'll be able to see this on camera.
The rice paper starts to fold.
Just with the heat of your hand.
Yeah. Yeah. So what you're seeing is an Atabey box, mystery box. Inside of this is, in normal Nelson Alfonso manners, a Atabey 2-cigar pack. This is like Ferrari leather.
Smell it.
It is airtight. Airtight. So will it keep my cigars humidified?
Yes.
Yes. It has the coin inside the inside of this. It is a 2-cigar case. On the bottom, it does have the Atabey logo on this. It also pays homage to selected tobacco on the bottom, but more importantly, industrial cigars. Do you have it? Are you zooming in?
No, actually, what I'm trying to do is get my computer to set up here,
Okay.
or my camera to set up.
And it has
you keep
it has
going if I get
Industrial
this.
Cigars logo on the top of this package. Pretty.
You can actually buy this week. Now,
Now,
wanna talk about-
But wait, there's more.
yeah. So this is where it gets like silly season stuff.
Yeah. So we had at the end of last year, we had a special 10-pack.
If they're
5
watching, they know what
Atabey.
it is.
Yeah, if you've been watching, you know what it is. Atabey Alfonso in a special package. It was $600. I can safely say the Atabey that's inside that package has extended, what did we figure it was, 14 years post-roll? Is the best cigar I've ever had. Bar none. We have a few of those boxes left. So where a lot of people may have wanted that and didn't want to spend the $600, or they spent the $600, but now they don't want to smoke them. So here's an opportunity. We are going to sell this with 2 of the Atabeys and 2 of the Alfonsos. Real quick math, Chris. $60 times 4. $240. Nice. $240. This case is $220. The whole thing with the 4 cigars is going to be, did we say $219?
$219.
$219.
$219 for 4 cigars in a leather case.
Those
That's
4
real leather.
cigars.
You smell that thing?
Those 4 cigars and this.
Nebraska math is amazing.
And for knowledge.
And it's for knowledge, baby.
So this is
You'd
going
like
to
touch it and feel it.
smell it. Fucking idiot. Oh, Jeebus Creemus.
$199.
Yeah, so this will go live this week. We just need to assemble them and get everything put in.
That will hold 4?
No, it'll hold
2.
2, but we're going to give you 2 that you can smoke and 2 that go in.
Or we'll give you 2, and then I'll take the other 2 and smoke them. And say thanks, Chris. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
Look,
overall, this is not only is it a fantastic deal just on the outside,
Incredible.
but when you get to the point of like gifting season, you could just get the cigars. The cigars are already at a discount, so you get the cigars, and then you can sit on this case, and then
Father's
just
Day.
be ready. Yeah, Father's
Day.
Day for
birthdays, whatever.
What I've begun is just if you go to the store, especially for kids, you get a little toy or something, then you just have an area where you've got some gifts that you can just go grab, and then you've got this will go in there, and then if you're ever in a pinch or anything, it's just go time. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
And it's
Thank you, Nelson Alfonso, for making this happen. And this is when we say limited edition, there is 100.
yep.
No, I take that back. There are 96. Because me and the boys are each going to get one.
I want to.
That's a no-brainer.
You did mention. I'm sure you did, and I was just trying to figure that out.
Yep.
It actually says 100% real leather on the black case.
On the inside, right?
Inside, at the very top.
Goodness, it's just.
It's beautiful.
It is. It really is.
And there's a lot of those cases when you pull them apart, they just pull apart.
Mm-hmm.
It's got such
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. So, just as I did a post the other day in response when I pushed your press release out, the bar raising continues. This is another bar raiser.
Yeah.
There's just this makes.
Look at that.
It's
just
an absolute
It's
steal.
not just sometimes we sell some things and the exterior box is not as pretty, right? Those magical mystery tours, sometimes they're not super pretty, so you need to wrap them up. You just put a bow on this thing and hand it to somebody and go, here you go.
Perfect.
It's perfect. It's ready to go.
Yeah.
Nelson's so good it pisses me off. Just that design, everything he does is just perfection.
It is
All the time.
all the time.
Okay, what week is it? Good morning.
It's
Good
Masters
morning.
Week.
I'm good, man.
It is Masters Week. And I was going to call Andrew this morning and ask him if he knows anybody that's ever played at Augusta, so I can get that out of the way for it's an annual thing.
Hold it. Does somebody have somebody has Andrew's phone number, right?
Yeah.
Will you text him and ask if he's played at Augusta? I just want to see how quickly live we could get him spun up and pissed off this morning.
Yeah.
Just a little friendly.
Yeah.
Just text him and go, it's Masters week.
My
When did
son,
you play
Andrew,
Augusta?
is a PGA professional. He's played all over the place.
That's a beast, man.
But I've had an opportunity to play at Augusta. He has not had an opportunity. And the day that I told him that I was playing Augusta, he punched me in the arm so hard that my fingers didn't have feeling for like an hour. So it is Masters week, but as fate would have it, one of the things that the Masters is famous for is they have a pimento cheese sandwich on Wonder Bread that's in this little wrapper, and it's $3. Mm-hmm. And they have this drink that they make that's called the Azalea, and it's probably $3.
Come on in. Come on in.
It's just the internet. You're good.
Good morning.
No one's watching anyway. So what we're going to do during Masters Week is, as fate would have it, our chef Luis has created from scratch a pimento cheese spread.
Yep.
And we're using it as a dip in one of our new menu items. So we're going to make Masters pimento cheese sandwiches and the azaleas and feature them this week.
Yep.
Here's the thing. It's going to be more than $3, but think
not
about it
much.
for this way. You're going to save 10 grand on trying to get a ticket to get to the Masters.
That's right.
So with us, you save 10 grand. All of a sudden, the price of the azalea and the sandwich is going to be a bargain.
Pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a good deal.
At $12, you drink enough of those azaleas. I think the azalea is enough to make people drive sideways.
Yeah.
It
well,
could be.
hopefully not.
It's got grenadine in it.
Speaking of driving sideways, we spoke a little bit about our April 11th pre-sale. Well, that's going to be in coordination, kind of running parallel with
funny how that ties
our
together.
C4, formerly known as Cars and Cigars, first ever rally. We're going to meet up here 9:30.
Okay.
Get on Park Up Front and reserve your space. If you want to roll with us, we'll do the show first, and then we'll roll up there. We've
Okay.
got the space from noon
That'd
to
be cool.
5. We'll do a couple of different trains. One, Brian Smith will lead one. I'll take another one. We'll just kind of cruise up the scenic route and go up there and hang out for just a bit.
Go up to Denison, up to Ironroot.
Yeah. God,
That'll be
it's
a
so
fun
cool.
time.
The facility that they've added onto. I know we spoke about it last week, so
Beautiful.
it's beautiful.
Well, we did the show from there last week, and it's just a little outdoor patio that they added on. It's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Really
love that. With the high walls there and the fire pit.
Yeah. So what happens on the 17th?
That's PCA.
That's when we go to the PCA, Premium Cigar Association trade show.
Oh boy. Oh, I don't want to get too.
We're not going to get ahead of ourselves, but we are one of 12 cigar lounges nominated for Best Cigar Lounge in the world. And we will find out on the 17th. And then we'll be at the trade show for the next 2 days. And looking at, there are 63 brands attending this year that didn't attend the last 2 years. And every one of them have contacted me for an appointment. The amount of new brands that are out there.
This is a great sign.
It's a good sign, and it's also we're going to want people to start raising their hands
They can
on
do it
being
right now.
part
I'll
of
get
the
link.
testing committee, because
I'll get the link.
we are
out.
going to have over 100 cigars to evaluate.
Testing committee. I will drop that link in right now. I just set that up.
So if you're interested in doing it, we'll do it probably over 3 nights. The testing committee, we take the labels off the cigars, we number them, we smoke them collectively as a group. The groups are typically going to be 8 to 14. We will test the cigars. The ones that get a nearly unanimous or unanimous thumbs up are the ones that have a shot.
That's right.
And I love it for people that are doing it for their first time, because when we say there's a lot of bad cigars out there, it is people all of a sudden they just get it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cigars out there.
You know, and since we haven't added as many lines recently as we had previously,
2 years.
it's been 2 years that we've really, I mean, we've kind of trickled some in.
Yeah.
But we haven't done it in the way that we had previously. Still the same process. But you know what I realize is I think there's a little bit less appreciation of the curation process in the humidor, because when there are 20 people that sit there and have to do the thing where they're just cooked and want to vomit, all of a sudden those 20 who are in there they become part of that process. And when someone is talking about the product, they're like, no. Well, let me tell you about it. This is what it takes to get to there. I think it works.
We had a couple that came in from Washington State. They were sitting in here. We're having a good conversation. The guy asked me, he goes, so how do you have a lot of unique cigars I haven't seen. How do you do it? And Craig was walking past, one of our members. Craig, you did one of our testings. He tells the whole story. Then another, I don't remember who it was. I don't remember if it was Ty or whatever, came in and said, here's what I like about this place. Here's how so he goes through and tells the whole story again. And it was just, but when you have somebody that's describing the place to somebody, that's one of their biggest takeaways, particularly if they were in that testing committee.
Yep. I think you're right.
Got to remember to get some cheese boards to help.
Yeah. Well, now it'll be easier for us because we've got everything we need. Yeah. I couldn't agree more. Mouthwash, water, cheese boards.
One of the brands too. There's also been a number of brands that we've had since inception, but what we've seen is whether we had full brand support or we had basically an absolute desire for somebody for a manufacturer to want to be on the floor.
Yep.
The one Eduardo with Foundation, which is a lot of people know the brand by Tabernacle. They know the Tabernacle product. Their stuff is fantastic. Nick Melillo is a pioneer as well in the industry, who's the owner of that company.
That's way better. That's way better.
Way better. That's the Wise band.
But that was
the blend is different as well. The blend and the band.
They had the Wewenze, which is that was Wise band.
Yes.
Right? And now they just called it the Wise band, and you can read it. That's way better.
Way better, yeah. So there is definitely a renewed focus because there is definitely a desire on their part to do some things. And I kind of gave Eduardo, okay, prove it. And he goes, I'll put together an order for you of different items to bring in and try. And if you look, there's one whole shelf of product that, frankly, I didn't know that they had.
Well, this is great.
People have been trying it. And for those that like something that's a little bit north of medium, they want something that's got a little bit more punch, a little bit more kick. This, apparently, the 10th anniversary cigar, people absolutely love. Moses just absolutely loves the cigar.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Wow, they've really. No, come on through. Good morning. Doing good. Yeah, I'm really happy with the changes they made just visually.
And the box is great too.
Well, and I don't know what they did factory-wise, but they always had kind of this rustic feel to them.
Yeah.
I mean, they used a little bit toothier wrapper there, but look how tight that production is.
Oh,
look at the cap lines.
Yep.
They must have made some factory-wide changes because, I mean, just look at the cap line is perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, this is a good move. I'm happy with this.
Yep. So the good news is we got some lines like LFD and some of those that are stepping up in a larger scale. So now we're going to go to the show. We'll take a look at. There's 2 or 3 other lines.
Yep.
And let's just build this place up.
That's it. Yeah, I'm excited, and I will pre-apologize months ahead of time because there will be some mild inconveniences in Q2 when it comes to the retail space in Humidor.
Yep.
Because we came to the realization, as we do with everything big, 10 minutes apart.
Yeah.
And it's the weirdest thing. We operate on the same frequency. Oh, you get a response from Andrew? Eat shit and F off from you. I love that he took the time to personalize the responses to you too. But we are going to be making some changes in the humidor, refreshing it. Everything else in the building has been 100% refreshed since we've opened.
At 9 years, we've never touched the humidor.
No. So we're going to really, I think we're going to get pretty heavy-handed in there.
Yep.
Changing things up. Maybe you're moving the low boys and changing something a little bit lower.
Create
Shelving.
something
I'm not
new.
sure. But Ale she's killed it with everything else she's touched. And that's the only space that she hasn't touched yet.
Yeah.
And what she did with her previous work was develop designs for retail spaces of jewelry stores and retailers. So
I'm going to throw this out there in front of the entire internet, but this is something for you to think about, and we might have to figure out exactly where that number's at. But as we're getting closer to 1 million cigars being sold out of that humidor.
Oh, really?
So wouldn't it be cool to have something where we have you have bought the 1,000,000th cigar?
We have to do a little bit of math on that,
That
but
would
we
be-
do track
We
individuals.
We track about units, yeah.
And we report on that. So
Yep.
yeah, we could do the math on that pretty quick.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it would. Oh, that's
Yeah.
1,000,000 cigars.
Yeah. The thing is Chris will be
That's it.
sitting at the counter looking at the clock, countdown clock on the thing. Oh, okay. Like it's just more guys
He'd
in
be like
here.
like
Gonna bring
double
my
dutch.
money.
He'd be. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I think we'll just have to have an explosion go off in the lobby and call it a day.
Yeah. Whoever buys 1,000,000 cigar gets to put a sledgehammer through the wall into the humidor to start
break the glass.
Start construction.
Get to break the glass. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's everything we have right now.
Look, the rain stopped. There's nothing else to do. You can't mow the lawn. Your kids aren't playing baseball or soccer today, thank God.
Lord of mercy.
Yeah, and come on up, smoke a cigar, watch some. There's gonna be some good games today. Are the games tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, but there's gonna be some really good games on tonight.
Hey, before we go, are you guys still doing the curated cuts?
Uh-huh.
Because Daniel said something about he came in last week, but no one was doing curated.
Well, I got up here late,
Uh-huh.
and I had to walk into that Nerds and Newbies event. The Nerds and Newbies event started with Mark McClurkin.
That's right.
And that started at 7, and that curated thing was at 7. I let him know I have to go do this other deal, and we'll get started on it. But yeah, curated cuts is something we do on Saturdays.
Yeah.
So
You know what I want to do? And then we'll get off. I don't give a shit if somebody's watching or not. But one thing I really want to do is I want to do one night, or even like right after we get off of here, I want to do Dark Side of the Moon vinyl.
Yep.
And I also want to do it where we sync it up to the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Because we could do that. So we go Wizard of Oz on mute, and then we go vinyl for that.
I just bought a brand new Dark Side of the Moon that I can actually.
We need
open
to
and
do
play.
that like this week.
Yeah.
Type of
I'm
thing.
down.
I don't care if anyone is here, but I want to do it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, we got. I have the LP. We could do it in Apex. Put it on all the TVs, and that'd be cool.
I'm down.
Yeah.
All right, pops. Let's
Monday
get out of
night's
here.
Figured out. All right, guys. Thanks. Come on in. Buy a cigar. Smoke something. Drink something. Eat something. Have a good time.
Love you. We out.
See you. Peace.
Try the homemade biscuits.
Try it.